First this morning, plans for an 8,100 cow so-called Mega Dairy in Lincolnshire have led to objections from residents of the village in Nocton, where the dairy is planned. Farming Today has been to the USA to see exactly how these huge dairy farms work. We visited a farm with 32,000 cows on it, which produces about 2.5 million pints of milk a day. And the farmer who told us his cows had a better life than some people. But not everyone in the United States is happy with the Mega Dairies. Adam Henson met up with Sarah Lloyd and her family on her farm in Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin to hear why she's not happy with the prospect of these huge dairies becoming more common in the States.
We are 3 families, my husband and his brother, and my in-laws who are here with me right now.
You must be Mum.
Sure, you betcha.
Hello, this is Dad.
We milk about 330 cows on any given day. We run about 1,000 acres, and we can grow everything we need for the cows, a mixture of alfalfa, corn, beans, oats, wheat, rye.
Now in England, that would still be a fairly decent-sized farm, and you're against the big farms over here, aren't you?
Well, we have great concerns about what the large farms are doing to the rural economy and to other farmers. I mean, we have an average herd size in Wisconsin of about 100 cows, so we still have a pretty wide and distributed system of producing milk in this state. But we produced 25 billion pounds of milk last year in Wisconsin, and we could do that with 12,500 cow dairies, or we could do that with 250 5,000 cow dairies. So there's a big difference between those two setups.
Now, where do you think the big guys are going wrong then?
Well, there's one thing, they always talk about, we're going to create economic development, we're going to create more jobs. But at the same time, we're losing jobs on the smaller farms when they go together like that.
I think we also have to think about some of our natural resources, like our water. Because if you think about a cow drinking a bathtub of water every day, if you've got 5,000 cows in one little area, what's going to happen to the wells? So all of these environmental issues are going to come into play. Maybe not right away, but down the road. What about all the manure that's going to be going into the ground? Yeah, there's different things, digesters and all of these. But why can't some of these good environmental plans be used with 10 family farms instead of one mega farm?
I'm not entirely sold on our kind of standard definitions of efficiency, because what are we efficient at? We're efficient at producing a lot of units of milk, but what about producing vibrant communities and supporting lots of families across the landscape in a distributed way?
Tell me about the welfare of the cattle. Whose cattle are better looked after, on a small farm or a big farm?
I am certain that all dairy farmers are very concerned about the health and welfare of their cattle, because they wouldn't be getting the milk that they need if they weren't taking care of the animals. 20% of the farms in Wisconsin are on a management-intensive rotational grazing system where the cows are out more. I think a lot of consumers would feel more comfortable with that. We really have pushed dairy into a confinement system, but certainly animals are very well taken care of.
And can the smaller dairies survive alongside the mega dairies?
The smaller dairies can survive if we get paid a decent price for our milk. But what's happening is when you get these huge supplies of milk, you get concentration in the industry that furthers this low price, either through surplus or just limiting access to the market for other farmers. And so that's the danger, I think, for small farmers.
We have to decide as a state, do we want family farming or not? Or are we just talking nice cliches about how lovely to have families on the land? It ain't going to happen or stay if we don't initiate some legislation to keep it that way.